I'm delighted that the top 10 priorities for occupational therapy research in the UK have now been identified. These priorities are important to RCOT and the profession because they'll help set the research agenda for occupational therapy in the future. They'll also enable us to work towards addressing the unanswered questions that matter the most to people who access and deliver occupational therapy services. Having this clear agenda for research takes us a step closer to achieving our vision for research, which is to have, within the next decade, a UK-wide culture that embraces engaging in and with research as every occupational therapist's business embedded within the profession. It's been our priority throughout this 18-month-long project to ensure that people who access occupational therapy, their carers, occupational therapists and other health and care professionals have been involved at every stage. I'd like to take this moment to personally thank you all. It's only with your help that we are now confidently able to say that the priorities represent the views of the people who both access and deliver occupational therapy services. Having priorities that represent these views, especially those of people who access our services, is at the core of why we wanted to update them. It's also the reason why we've been working with the James Lind Alliance through our priority setting partnership so that we could follow their well-respected inclusive method. So what happens now? Our focus is on encouraging and supporting members to undertake and contribute to research that helps to answer the questions set out in the priorities. We will also focus the funding available through the RCOT Research Foundation on supporting research that addresses the priorities and work to influence the opening up of external research funding opportunities. How can you get involved? Well, there are several ways to get involved. If you're working in research or in practice, you can undertake research that helps to address the top 10 priorities. Or if you're not at a stage in your career of conducting your own research, you can contribute in a range of ways to work that's being led by somebody else. That might be through assisting with a literature review, helping to recruit participants to a study, doing some data collection, or even participating yourself. If you're in a specialist section, you can work with your research and development lead and the RCOT Research and Development Manager to consider how the top 10 can be applied within the context of your specialist area of practice. If you're studying occupational therapy, you could consider how your research project might contribute to addressing one of the priorities, and education providers can refer to the top 10 in modules focusing on the development of students' research skills. As a starting point, I'd encourage you to go to our website and read up on the priorities for occupational therapy research in the UK so that you know what matters most to the people accessing and delivering occupational therapy services.